Lee, and I'm from All Ends Media, and I'd like to welcome everybody to Plan in Traffic, where we do this every Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So tell all your friends, tell all your peoples, and hit the share and like button, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So please like and share and let everybody know what's going on. We got the fellas in the house tonight. We are going to be talking about the hit show Monster Garage that we all know from back in the day. It is coming back on, so that's what our topic tonight will be. Ray, go ahead. Let them know who you are.
Yeah, Ray Guarino from Motormouth Radio here on Long Island, New York. You can check us on motormouthradio.com and the same Motormouth Radio on Twitter and Facebook. And we're real_Motormouth Radio on Instagram. And we throw stuff up, pictures of all the crap we get into during the week when we're not in front of a microphone. So
Sweet. Dwayne
Maddox from Miller Electric or Miller Welders. And I guess now I can officially say Monster Garage and an upcoming show for Netflix called The Fast Society.
Cool.
Sweet. So tell us a little bit about the Netflix.
So we're doing that one with David Ankin from the Toy Makers Show. And
Good show.
The cars. I've never seen a car with 3,000 horsepower and a controller. Okay. It's completely street legal. Amazing vehicle. He's got a 48 Willys that has like 1,500 horsepower.
Wow.
There's some incredible cars on the show.
Yeah.
It's basically about a retired. There was a stuntman, which is David. He is supposed to do this crazy stunt for a producer who's played by Dean Cain. And he knows it's unsafe. The producer bullies him and threatens him and makes him do it, and he gets hurt. So he's laid up off work for a couple of years. When he comes back, he tries to get back into things, starts his own speed shop, and he's going to compete in this big race to get the money to get his shop set up right. And so I get to play on Dean's team as a bad guy, so I get to have all the fun.
Yeah.
Bad guys always have all the fun.
Yeah, well, and I've never done anything scripted, so it was pretty cool, actually. They let us change things to kind of fit our own personality. You know, they said, say it the way you would, right? Because the production team is, a lot of them were out of California, and that's not really how we talk in the South. So,
You know, that's very smart, Dwayne. I did my co-host on a radio show got to film an episode of a TV show a couple of years ago called Hard Parts South Bronx. And it was the same thing. It was a young production crew.
yeah.
And they've done other stuff. I can't remember the name of it right now because, like we were talking, a little old, I'm blanking out. But the guys were smart enough. They would say, listen, we're not working off a script. And we said, oh, thank God, because we can't memorize, I don't know, we can't memorize a lunch order, let alone a script. And they would tell us, okay, we're going to film this segment, and I just need you guys to talk however you like and just mention this, this, and this.
So that's exactly it.
And then we'll stop. And that's what we did. It was like 5-10 minute, maybe 15, if we're on a roll, maybe 15-minute chunks. And I tell you, that was smart to work with non-talent like that because we gave them a good product. Otherwise, we
Yeah, I mean, a good example, the producer would tell me, when he comes over, you want to be angry, tell him to stand back from you or you're going to hit him. I'm never going to say those words.
You're just going to hit him.
No, for me, if they want me to say something like that, I'd tell him, hey, who you walking up on? You better back up. I'm going to beat your ass. But you do it on your own, So he just gave you a general direction.
Right. Yeah, that's good. That's right. Do you know who the production company is?
I don't, unfortunately. I could probably find it, but I don't know off the top of my head. And, it's the first time I'd met Dean Cain. And I was very pleasantly surprised.
Right.
What a great person. I had to ask him at the end of the filming, he's fixing to get ready to leave. And I said, I said, I got to ask you one more question. Growing up in Hollywood, dating Brooke Shields and all that, how the hell did you end up this normal? He was a great guy. He is.
Yeah.
He goes to shoot. He's on the board of the NRA. Just
Oh, yeah?
a person. Yeah.
Nice. See, you don't realize that until you get to meet people, and I've come across that too. I mean, it's like, wow, I thought that you were mean or something.
Well, I expect the opposite, out of the Hollywood group, but he was a real good, down-to-earth person.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, when is the movie supposed to air?
It probably won't be until March or April.
Yeah.
But it'll be on Netflix when it hits.
Excellent.
I heard on the radio the other day that said a lot of studios are going to stream everything. No more movies, like the movie theaters.
Yeah, I've heard that too. And this one, it's just coming out on Netflix. It's not going to be on a network.
Yeah, I think they're taking over, man. Netflix and Amazon.
I was going to
That's
say,
all I want.
my wife and I were talking about that today, and the world once again has changed as we sat and watched.
Yeah.
And I, you come to these realizations as you get older, and you say, when you're younger, you are the change. You're doing the new stuff, and now when you get to sit back and you say, yeah, that just changed. Like, that ain't no new reality for me. I ain't putting up with that one.
Well, yeah, but you'd be surprised now. You are part of that, Ray. Look what you're doing right now.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Some change. Yeah. Well, I'm not anti-change. I'm just saying some of the stuff. Now you take a different stand on things. Things mean different things to you than they do to your kids and whatnot, because they affect everybody differently. I mean, I've always been the kind of guy like I'm less apt to change. I don't change just for the heck of changing.
Yeah,
I need a good reason.
I'm the same. Yeah.
So that's where I'm coming from with that. But like changes like this, I chose to do it and I embrace it, because it opened up a whole nother world.
Sure did.
That we couldn't access before. So, and being in a pseudo media line, man, this is great. You're all over the place now.
Yeah, what's really nice is how many people we meet and we become friends here on the show. And then when we meet in person, it's like we knew each other forever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
John is asking if you could send a link through Messenger, Lewis, because he can't get on.
Yeah.
I sent him the link that you sent me, but he says it didn't work.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right, let's see.
So I guess when Terry gets on, we're going to go into Monster Garage.
Yeah, sounds good.
So you got it. Jason Reynolds says he is on, but he is muted.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. That's the thing that I see too, like with social media. I get a lot of traction on Instagram, with pictures and whatnot, and stuff that I put up because I guess it hits a nerve, and I'm always amazed when I see new people following me. I'm like, what the hell are you following me for? You don't even know me. I can see checking it out and see what I'm doing, but it just amazes me. I know some people do it just for the pure numbers. It's just like a numbers game for them. So I still look at things a little different.
Well, yeah, it gets me when, and don't get me wrong, I love it. But when people are like, man, I love your page. The stuff you do is incredible. It looks like so much fun. And I'm like, yeah, it is pretty damn fun. I enjoy that shit.
Right. Okay, Lewis, the question of the week is how to get on, because Brian is having the same issue.
Okay.
So, I guess he's using the link from last week and it didn't work.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize that. So let me
Where's Terry?
Yeah, where is Terry? He's probably in the lost zone too. Can I hit Brian on Facebook?
I can send him the link from tonight.
Here, I'm going to put it in the chat right now.
So Jim said the link worked, and Chassis John said he's in. So you got a couple of them waiting, Louis.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
So that link from last week doesn't work.
No.
That's
See,
what we're learning.
Yeah, we're learning. So for some reason, I have to find the link for my actual the show and give that out, I guess.
Yeah.
So
So
I'll work on that.
every week's a different link.
Yeah, so yeah, I got to work on that.
It's
So-
a link.
Keep your eye on your email account, because I sent that email and it went. It didn't come back or anything. So it's out there somewhere flying around.
Yeah, isn't that weird? I mean,
Yeah.
usually with Google, I mean, it's instant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louis, you got to move the candy canes. I can't see what that card is.
Oh, all right.
Crazy. I see a hood scoop and that's it.
You don't like my candy canes? Hold on.
Oh, they're good, but I'd rather see the card.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, Jesus. That email is not in my box yet.
Wow. Let's
That's
make
weird.
sure it's sent.
Yeah.
Okay, let me cut the caption off. Okay, someone else just popped in the room, I think.
Yeah, it went at 9:05,
It was
John.
Brian.
It's out in the ozone somewhere.
Hey, Brian.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, we're doing Commander Cody tonight, right? We're all lost in the ozone again.
Yeah, we're trying to learn the system.
One drink of wine, one drink of gin.
Weird.
Again.
So, Brian, before you got on, we were talking to Dwayne about him becoming a movie star.
Yeah,
Don't
I
put
Get
that-
out of here.
I caught it on. I was on Facebook,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Facebook, but I was waiting on this computer for me to tell me I was on Backstage or to link me in or whatever.
Yeah,
Kind of weird.
I'll figure it out over the week so I can get everybody in at once.
That's Brian. That's what it was.
But
Yeah.
we're live on 3 different streams right now. So if anybody's on YouTube, can you please share that and subscribe? Because we're trying to get our numbers up so we can start doing new stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, so I was telling the guys I was lucky enough to do some filming with Dave Bankin from Toy Makers.
Oh, I
Got
met that guy. He's so nice.
Isn't he? He's a great person. But did you see
Yeah.
the car he calls Street Digger?
You know the one that he has, the white one with the mid-engine.
Yes. Yeah,
Well-
that's badass.
The body to that car, and probably the body to some of the other stuff that you saw, anything that's fiberglass,
Yeah.
is made by a group of guys right here in my town.
Really?
Yeah.
They do
And-
some amazing work then.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, those guys are phenomenal. So I guess it's like 2 years now when the episode for that mid-engine car aired. He brought the car here
Oh,
to town at this really nice Irish pub, and they had this huge party. And we all watched the show as it happened, and there he was, and the guys that built the body, they
Yeah.
were there. It was an awesome night. It was cold and kind of crappy, but we were in this great Irish pub that had awesome food and beers and the whole deal. It was great. So I was talking to him for a while, and I went live like 3 different times on Facebook with him.
yeah.
So it was really, kind
great
of trying to
person.
help him sort of, promote the show, and he was just super, super nice.
So here's how good of a person he is. Out of his own pocket, on his own, he bankrolled the whole thing for this new show
Uh-huh.
called The Fast Society.
Wow.
And his whole idea, he's like, I don't care what, I'm not trying to make money off of it. This is my chance to get real car guys on TV, and they can get there 15 minutes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Whole reason he did it.
Nice.
Just a great person. Yeah. And you got to respect somebody that has a 3,000 horsepower car with cup holders and a phone.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You don't want to spill his drink.
I was also at PRI when he rolled the other car.
That was this past year. That was Street Digger, the blue one.
Yeah.
That's it. Isn't that thing amazing? I got to see him dyno that car.
Oh, wow.
And I'm an engineer, so I'm thinking, how the hell do you dyno 3,000 horsepower?
Yeah.
Evidently, you take the wheels off the back and you bolt it straight to the dyno.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had to kind of hook directly up to the rear end.
Yeah, you can't put that on. Don't
No,
worry.
no.
Man, could you imagine that thing shooting off?
Oh no!
Oh my God. Yeah, but even those ones that hook up directly to the axle flanges, a lot of times those things have problems. If there's any kind of vibration in the system, because the car is literally suspended by the axle hub into these two dyno units. And I've seen videos of those things getting a little wonky and exploding. You could lose a hell of a lot of stuff. Worse though, if you're using the kind where you're on the wheels, where you're turning the drums, because you've got all that weight of those drums that grabs, that gets you going. And then when you go to slow those things down, those drums don't want to slow down.
He said with the RPMs that this car gets to, that's not even a possibility.
Yeah.
You can put it on the drums. There he is. About time.
Terry.
About time, Slowpoke.
I know, man. I'm sorry. What's happening, everyone?
Yeah, what's happening?
Fashionably
brother?
late as usual.
Hey, let everybody know who you are.
What's up, Maddox? What's up, John? What's up, Ray?
How you
What's
doing,
up,
Terry?
Ryan?
Hey, Terry, we're live on 600 different streams, so go ahead and tell everybody who you are.
Oh, wow. I feel blessed. Coverman 66 in the house, YouTube videos, and now Monster Garage episode.
Yeah, let's get in it.
Yeah.
Lewis, introduce the other two fellas to me. I haven't met them before.
Oh, I don't know who they are. They just jumped in. Who are you guys?
Street
John, Chassis John, go ahead and introduce yourself.
They call me Chassis John because I'm a former professional drag race chassis builder and live here in Florida now. Was on Long Island and sell out, getting back into
No, that's
stuff
called
like
smart.
this. This car is a car that I built years ago that I sold in 1992, and now I got it back. And it's a basket case, but it's going to get a full tube chassis and get all nice and pretty after I finish my wife's car, which is behind me here.
There you go.
I don't know if you can
I'm
see
glad.
that one.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Nice.
came to reality.
Well, she hasn't claimed it yet, so I don't know. But
not done yet.
tomorrow I'm taking a trip up to Ocala and picking up all the 1970 sheet metal to convert that car from an 81 to a 70, so we can recreate.
Nice. Okay, Brian.
I'm hey Maco Man. I'm down here in Maryland, Silver Spring, Maryland area, and I sell Maco tools. So I'm the tool connection. When you need something, give me a call and I'll get it to you.
And if you want more followers, just like or comment on what Brian puts up on Instagram, because that's what I did. And now I got one of his guys following me. So
There you go.
That's ready to trade him off.
Yeah. exactly.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Everybody, we have some superstars on here. That's
Just
know,
Terry.
listen. They're on Monster Garage, and they can't tell us too much, but they're gonna let us know what's going on with it.
So I know a lot of people seem to be surprised that Monster Garage is back. Jesse did actually announce it. Wow, I think it was back in February or March. But then COVID kind of screwed the world, so things got put on hold. Memory's short, so I guess people forgot. But it is on again. It comes out January 4th. It will be on Discovery Go, Discovery Plus, and the regular Discovery Channel. The episode will be on January 4th.
Nice.
Terry is on an earlier episode. Yeah,
Episode 2.
somewhere in there, right? And I'm on after him. And we have some other friends that were on the first episode. So the only thing I can say is there was Jesse's had 13 years to think up this crazy shit.
Uh-oh.
And they were incredible. They were some amazing ideas.
Yeah.
So basically, it's the same format from the original show.
Yes. Yeah. We walk in on Monday morning.
Yep.
And they tell you what you're going to be building, something insane, and you got 5 days to do it.
And once your jaw drops, you get to work.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Are
Sweet.
you
Now,
filming this in Texas where he lives or somewhere else?
Yes. Yeah. Austin, Texas. Well, Big Springs, which is right outside of Austin.
Yeah. That's cool. So you're actually working in his shop.
He has a complete separate shop just for Monster Garage.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait, man. That was the show, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So,
you see this
January is the first episode coming
January
back.
4th. Yes, sir.
And Terry, what do you have a date when yours is airing yet?
I don't. You see, this is the thing. They shot 8 episodes, and it doesn't matter. I'm not sure if they're going to go within the order that they shot.
Okay, yeah.
So the first episode is going to be January 1st. Now, number 5 that they shot could be number 1. We just don't know.
Right. That's
Yeah.
cool.
January 4th.
Well, I'll definitely lock it in and make sure I'm recording all of them and definitely watch it.
You know,
It-
but I will tell you this, and I think I speak for Dwayne when I say this. All right, and I want you guys and everyone out there to understand this. We want to say something so bad. We want to tell you guys so bad.
Yeah.
I had to keep it quiet. I had to keep it quiet. Dwayne, I was supposed to go out there in April. I found out about it sometime in March, and I was supposed to go out there in April, but then it got delayed 2 months, so I didn't shoot until July 20 something. I wanted to say something to you guys so bad.
You had to hold it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
We have all been, you know, we're so excited about it anyway. I mean, Jesus, Monster Garage is huge.
Yeah.
All been just biting our tongues like, no, don't. You can't say it. So we bullshit with each other and we let off the steam talking to each other, but that's about all we can do.
That's it.
Yeah. That's great, man. I tell you what,
I know exactly how you feel because when I got involved in doing that tanked TV show with the aquariums, you had strict guidelines you had to follow, and they gave me permission to post certain things, but I couldn't say like what celebrity it was. I couldn't post any pictures of the aquariums, but I could post other stuff, you know, like me goofing around with the 2 guys from the show, or just something related but not enough information to give it away.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I
we
wasn't
could-
allowed to post any of the photos, like behind the scenes stuff, until the show aired.
Yeah.
And
We
then,
can say
then it was
anything.
like, no problem, you can do whatever you want.
They just recently told us we could say we're going to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's it. That, you know,
Yep.
so
Yeah,
they've
my
been very
goal was
secretive about
that, but it was, you know, mum's the word on what celebrity the tank was for, what does the tank look like, you know, all of that stuff. It was cool. That was a good 6 years. We had a blast doing that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, they made it. They didn't make it any secret that if we said something beforehand, legal will be in touch with us.
Oh, I had to sign all kinds of paperwork.
Yeah, we did too.
And it's the same thing because it's Discovery Channel. You know,
Yeah.
they own all of that. They own Animal Planet and all these other ones. So, yeah, I know the legalese on that one. I still have copies of contracts.
I still got mine. You know?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. The people on your cruise, were they popular people or everyday garage guys or
Just, well, all right. So I can't really name any of them, but
Mhm.
On my team, there was a young lady who was a mechanic for Audi. She lives here in Georgia. Yeah, nobody was super popular. There was a young lady who lives around in the Texas area and does some with automotive.
Mhm.
And then there were two twins from Ohio. The twins probably got 10 followers apiece online. So nobody you would really know.
Really? Yeah.
But they were kind of the subject experts, I guess, on the show.
Okay.
And for me, there was one guy from Texas who he says that his car is well known, but I don't, I never seen him before, so
I've never heard of him.
But hey, he whatever. Let's see. There was a father and son from I guess Montana. I think they were somewhere way up there, and they were supposed to be the experts on the bill. And really cool people. They don't have any social presence whatsoever.
Were they dental floss tycoons?
No, they were actually cool guys. I liked them. I liked them a lot. I liked them a lot. They're really cool. And then there was one girl, the girl on like who's the welder. She watch out for her. I'm sure she'd be making some noise.
Yeah, you had a little badass on there.
Yeah, you're gonna be hearing a lot about her.
All right, here's a question. How did they find you guys?
That guy, John?
Yeah. Good old Zappa.
I don't know if we can go into all that right now.
Really?
It was through connections.
That is interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting facet of how
It wasn't like a cattle call kind of a thing. Like, we're doing this, and if you fit this profile, send us your info, and then they comb through all that information and they pull out people.
I think maybe some of them are, but most of us in our circle that we're in it was kind of through connections. You know a guy who knows a guy.
That's
right?
cool.
Yeah,
But I will say this: you have to bring it. It's not like
Oh yeah.
It's not like it's like, oh, this guy's a nice guy, get him on the show. No, it's like, okay, cool. What has he done? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's just how you get your name up there.
Yeah.
Put him out on there because they were friends with somebody. I mean, you guys know Jesse wouldn't put up with that shit.
No.
Out a heartbeat. Okay. So you got to be legit or you're not getting on. But we just happened to have a pretty good group of people that knew some badasses. So they get in there.
There you go.
Well, that's the thing. I've worked with a lot of different guys, and I usually work pretty much alone. It's kind of what I prefer to do. So what's the dynamic like when you're thrown into that situation where you have to work and produce under a timeline with other people that you have no idea how they work, who they are, what their personalities are like, if they're going to steal your tools, anything. Like, how's that work?
For me, on my team, it works very well. You got to be adults. You be a man. Here's what we're doing. You are good at this. You're good at this. You show people respect and you get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came out of the military, so I'm very goal oriented. Mm-hmm. This is what we're doing. So we had a little meeting at the hotel before we ever shot, like the day before. And one of the first things I told the whole team is we will not have any drama. I'm not dealing with fucking drama for 5 days. So just get all that shit out of your face now. We're not doing it. We're going to build this damn thing. We're going to win the tools, and that's the only option we're going to accept. So no drama.
So you have a military background. You're able to cut through the bullshit and figure out what each teammate's strengths and weaknesses are basically within a short period of time, just kind of discussing stuff.
You just have to have a really good
and that's a formula for success.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Does that
funny
align you and make you kind of like the team leader just by stepping up and having laying that idea down?
Well, I think that, and plus I kind of have a pushy personality, but I was at least 20, 25 years older than anybody else. So
oh, wow.
At least 20 years older. So
okay, Dad.
kind of looked my direction anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, on my build, okay, we had way different personalities. We had a couple different personalities. Me and the girl that we were talking about earlier, we got along like that because we were one of the same. You know, he's trying to make a name in the media and everything like that. So, and she was just awesome. She was just awesome. The father and son combo, great people. You know, the only drama we had was with the one other guy.
Easy.
You know, don't say too much.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh no. That was it. That was it. I mean, it wasn't real drama, but it was just like I said, like Dwayne said, when we first got to the hotel, because we probably were in the same hotel. So we pretty much all said all for one, one for all. But that's easier said than done. But once you actually get in there and start working, some people's ethics are a little bit different, and they show it. And you'll see that in my episode for sure.
There was a little bit of personality difficulty.
Yeah.
So is Jesse still sponsored by Mac Tools? Was it Mac Tools that you won, or what?
No, I think it's Snap-on.
Yeah.
Snap-on?
I think it was Snap-on, yeah.
Yeah, it
Really?
was Snap-on.
Wow.
Well, there you go, Brian.
Holy
Send that up the ladder to Matco and see what you missed.
Yeah.
dude,
See?
I don't even want to have. I don't even need that conversation.
I would.
All right, so we
What
don't.
about how do we do the questions over here?
Okay, let's see what we got.
Answer them on air or
Yeah, you can. Let's see.
so Jim asked, and it's a good question. Have we seen the finished episodes? No.
No,
No idea how we're going to be portrayed coming.
I have no clue.
We both
Yeah, you
might
never
look
do.
like big dummies when we get
That's what I'm saying. We're no clue, man.
Yeah.
I might have to.
That's
close
something they don't show you any of that stuff. Nothing. All the episodes I did, and then when I did Street Outlaws Memphis with JJ the Boss, nothing until it aired. When it came on TV, it was the first time I was watching it, and that's it. You know,
I trust the guys though. I know some of the production guys; they're good people. I think they'll take care of us.
Well, I had a bad experience on a show. You know, hey, I want to do this and do that, do this, and then when my section came up, all you see is like my elbow, like you see like this part of my hat.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, my face. You know,
and Jason asked if I guess he was asking if Barbie was the welder on Terry's show, and no, that's not the one. As far as I know, she's not on the show.
Barbie. I don't know who Barbie is.
Barbie the welder.
Oh no.
Yeah.
all right. So we don't want to get too much deep into this show. So let's kick out what our favorite cars were from the old Monster Garage. Anybody got a favorite car?
Oh man,
the lawnmower. The lawnmower.
The
Mustang.
I always remember
Mustang.
that.
I was going to say that one.
No, I gotta go with the El Camino.
You know, I
I'm
always
with the El Camino. That was
nut shaker, the nut shaking one that would shake the tree and drop all the nuts. And the garbage truck one was one of my favorites too. The one that loaded the garbage.
I like the golf ball picker upper Mustang.
Porsche 944.
Yeah, that was good too. The
what
golf
about the one that delivered the mail, the packages, and shot them from the catapult? Yeah.
They were all
So you think of all that crazy crap, and he's had 13 years of this stuff percolating in his head. So you can imagine the shit Terry and I walked into. Wait. I literally said, "What is that? I've never heard of that before."
Yeah.
So yeah, there's going to be some cool
There's
stuff.
gonna be because I'm telling you right now, I couldn't even say anything. My for the first 3 days, I'm like,
I'm kind of dumbfounded, like.
All right, so let me ask you this: did you guys get to go to his metal fabricating shop at all?
I did.
Ah.
I did not.
I got to go to his blacksmith shop,
Oh, that's where I want to be.
and so we were walking into the place, and he's walking in. I think he was starting to tell me about one of the machines in there, and I said, "Wait, stop, wait a minute." I had to just stop, look around, and went, I said, "Okay." I think I'm an angelic choir when I walked in. It was a night. It was a hell of a shop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. That's if I ever get to Texas, I'd like to get in there and see that, man. Because
Well, yeah, and all respect to him. I mean, who the hell with his money and fame? I'm a blacksmith for a hobby. Who takes their own personal time? 10 months. He left the country to study with master blacksmith.
yeah,
You know, and then he set up his shop accordingly, like, you know, a blacksmith's dream for this shop.
And he got some of that old equipment from over there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And refurbishes it and gets it working, you know, and you hear all these haters online. Well, must be lucky. Well,
he works.
He earned that man bust his ass. Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot, but you can't hurt him on work ethics. He's
got a lot of good old school equipment, you know, in his motorcycle shop. He had some really awesome stuff, but you can't take away any of his talent.
No,
He's a metal crafting, you know, dude. He'll take a leather bag and a hammer and he'll build a goddamn fuel tank just by hammering it out.
And I'm not a fanboy on anyone, right? But I got along good with him. You hear all these horror stories. He just doesn't put up with bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't either. So we got along great.
I think he's awesome. I met him, you know, at a drag race when his, at the time, wife was racing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Racing in funny car. And there he was, you know, walking around the pits and hanging out and checking out cars. And I had a good 15, 20-minute conversation with him. And he was kind of quiet and sincere. I walked away with that impression of him, that the guy's a good guy and he has put up with a ton of shit,
Yeah.
you know, throughout his career with just garbage, you know, stuff from the first wife, stuff from when he was married to Sandra Bullock and you know, all of that crap. And he just keeps going along because he's good at what he does and he knows how to just take the bullshit and put it in another filing cabinet, you know?
Well, and I think now he's realized that a lot of that stuff you were talking about was from his bad decision.
Yes.
Like you said, put that behind. He's focused on what he needs to do.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And I learned a lot working with him. Good guy.
And you know what the cool thing is about Jesse? He's a great guy. He really is. I mean, like y'all guys just said that, you know, you hear people say bad things about him. I was like, well, if you approach anyone wrong, you know, maybe it was you. You know, if you approach anyone wrong, they're going to snap at you. Or if they, you know, you got to give them the space. You got to give them space. And I went in there knowing that, hey, this guy, you know, he needs his space. And if he wants to talk, he'll come to you. Sure enough, he comes right to you, starts talking to you and everything like that. And how blessed am I to be able to, okay, this is my arm right here. As far as my arm can be, I'm sitting there watching this man weld. Watching him weld. To watch James weld, I mean, to be like where you could just actually reach over and touch him and see him weld. I mean, that was definitely a gift.
And I tell you, I work for Miller, so I have large companies call me and ask me to help them with their welding. I've been welding since I was 7. Jesse's TIG welding is a whole nother level. They have artwork, okay?
Yeah.
He's a lot better at it than I am.
Sweet. I want to get in his gun shop too, man. I want to see his guns.
What are you talking about? Yeah. I got to see, there was a gun there that he was getting, I think it was going to Kid Rock. Jesus, that was amazing.
One of my favorite musicians.
Yeah,
That pistol, it was a 1911. It was gorgeous.
I'm telling you, his stuff is hot, man.
he wouldn't let me shoot one of them.
No, oh bum. Yeah, he got some stuff, man. Even his knives, he's making cutlery knives too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's no joke, man. He's no joke.
And
That's
I
cool.
will say
That's cool if you're a Miller guy. I'm a Miller guy. I got a Synchro Wave 250 here that I bought in
That's
the
a good
early
machine.
90s, and you can't kill this thing.
I will say this about Jesse, and I told him this. He plays some good music in that shop. Jesse,
Yeah.
me and him had an argument, about music. Because he found out that I'm into music, that I used to DJ and all that. And he found out, and he was just like, Terry, come here. I come over there. What artist is this? And I listened, and I said, oh, that's the OJs. No, it's not.
Backstabbers.
You don't know your music, right? Listen. Jesse, that's the OJs. No, it's not. Just keep on listening. I thought you knew music. Jesse, I'm telling you, that's the OJs. No, it's not. It's the Ohio players. I said, Jesse, that's not the Ohio players. That's the OJs. And he looks at his phone because the music was playing throughout his phone, and his head just drops.
They're both from Ohio.
Yeah. And then I said to him, you're the Pope of welding. I'm the Pope of music. Let's not have this argument again. And he's trying not to laugh because I went on him. I was just like, I wouldn't come up into your shop and try to teach you how to weld. Don't teach the Pope of music. And you know what it is, and that's what it was about, man. I mean, like during, when the cameras were off, we were having a good time everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It was like, it was just incredible, and it was just great. It really was.
Terry mentioned the music. Jesse is like many of us in manufacturing and welding or whatever. If he finds out something bugs you or gets to, oh, he's gonna do that 100 times. Okay. There's something he can kind of. So there was a certain type of music, and not even the good version of it. And he started playing it, and I guess he saw the reaction on my face, and he played that shit for a good 10 minutes on it. God, that is. But you just gotta put up with it, It's like with your buddies, right?
Yeah, that's what they do.
If you hear it enough times, you don't hear it.
Hey, listen, if Jesse got you on his mind where he's razzing you and all that's a good day. That's a good day.
But he's like a bulldog, boy. If he gets a bite, he ain't letting go. They're gonna keep digging it in.
Sweet.
It was too fun. It was too much fun. It was way too much fun. And like I said, that's gonna be like something I carry forever, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, my only regret from that is I wanted to be on the show with Terry, and for a little bit we thought it was going to happen, and then they kind of split us up.
Yeah. I think what it was, it would have happened the second week, because I know, like I said, I was supposed to go out there April 21st, and then they were going to move it to May 21st. But then this whole COVID thing, I think if it had went May 21st, I think we would have got there.
Yeah, and my episode, I almost didn't get on it because I actually had to postpone a surgery to do my episode. So
Wow.
It was close.
Wow.
And when you see it, I can tell this much at least. You'll know about the last day of filming because I can just barely walk. Okay. My old ass limping through that shop. You're like, he's hurting. But hey, I wasn't going to pass that up. There's no. Yeah. I mean, he's going to tell Monster Garage no.
Right.
I think I called you up, Dwayne, when I was in Texas, and I heard about you thinking about it.
Oh no, that never entered my mind. I was never going to put it off. As long as they got me while I could still walk, I was good. We had Jim asked, there's always season 2. We don't know that yet, Jim.
You never know.
It's been approved so far is the season we just shot. I guess Discovery, not to speak for them, they probably wanted to make sure they could work with Jesse and that he really has changed, or maybe they just wanted to see what the interest was. But
You got to
technically right now, there's only one.
Once it airs, it's all up to the bean counters.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think it's going to be hot because all of the shows are starting to mix and look like each other. So that's going to be a whole different boat.
Yeah.
So
OG, right?
I'll tell you what, though, you gotta hand it to Discovery Channel. They've got all of the best stuff. Every kind of show that you can think of, they've got something going on. And then right behind them, if you're a car guy like us, Motor Trend. Ridiculous.
Well,
between those two, you don't have to watch anything.
They work off of formulas, and when the formula works,
yeah,
you just plug and play, and
sure.
And there you go.
Yeah. Toy Makers is on History.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't as easy to.
Well, they make it too hard to see the shows.
Yeah.
There's
History. Being on History Channel isn't. I don't think that's the right place for a car guy.
No.
History Channel is a good channel, but it's not the channel you're going to think of to see a guy building a custom car.
You know what, though, John? I mean, I watch History Channel religiously, and Discovery, and Motor Trend, and as long as I can find it, I don't really give a damn where it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's hard to find it on History Channel.
Yeah.
Right now.
Now, isn't West Coast Customs
They
on
get the
History?
stream.
Oh, that's not even on the air right now.
I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, I think it was though.
But yeah, when you think of history, you don't think because the name history. Now, if it was like something with car history,
you're right.
Maybe.
But Discovery doesn't necessarily evoke cars either.
No.
It's just by assimilation. The other body of work.
Because this Discovery got so many. I mean, they got the gold diggers or whatever. Like they have so many different other than just cars. I mean, Motor Trend, you know what you're getting into. Motor.
Yeah, well, that's self-explanatory. Yeah, that was like speed, velocity. Kind of both good names.
Hey, I want to let everybody know that Terry has a new website coming up pretty soon.
Really?
I
know that.
Yeah, as soon as he gets the stuff out.
I had no clue.
So before January, we're gonna have his website all put up in the air. So
all nice and pretty.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, we have been talking about it for a while, and I definitely got the right man. And we're gonna definitely hook it up.
Good deal, man. Hey, send me a link. Let me know.
Hey, he also has new Speedos coming out, Coverman 66. So if anybody needs a new Speedo,
you're oversharing right there.
Bright red.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We're not going to do the Borat. Keep that one, okay?
It's nothing. And I got a special design for Dwayne Maddox over there.
What was that, Terry?
Wood chips or something,
Wood chips. So Dwayne, have you been doing any fabricating out in your metal shop?
To be honest, I have not had time. I got released from the doctor maybe a month ago, and went right into filming this other show.
Wow.
So
nice.
And I still got to be kind of careful with the back and everything after the surgery because they sliced me pretty good.
Oh, boy.
Well, I'll tell you what. The stinking COVID.
Well,
me and my wife were geared up to come down there and hit some metal.
And we will do that next year.
Yeah, my wife's fired up more than me. She's like, "Yeah, we're going to make a knife." Wait, she said she want to make a sword.
Hey, we can do it. But they had to go in with me. The reason I was limping toward the end of Monster Garage, my spine had been pushed over. So they had to go in, remove some old hardware, put a bunch more in, line everything up. It was pretty in depth. So, yeah. And I got to give it enough time to heal. But by the time it warms up next summer, I'll be ready for y'all to come down and hammer some.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
I might have my bus. I'm gonna build a school bus RV.
I've seen you posting pictures tagging your wife on it, so I figured that was coming.
Listen, she gave me authorization, boy. It's on. As soon as I find the bus.
There you go. That's all you need, right?
Yeah,
What
man.
kind of bus are you looking for? Like one of those little small school ones, or like a
Oh,
van?
I'm going with a big boy school bus, long as I can get.
Like a Bluebird?
Yeah,
Look at
Bluebird's
the
the
short
best.
bus there.
you ain't listening. I'm putting a mansion together.
He ain't getting a short bus.
Nah,
buddy.
they get a short bus.
Where are you going to park it?
I got room. I got a big lot next to my house.
Okay.
So Lewis, Bluebird's made here in Georgia.
Oh yeah,
I set up all the robotic welding on those buses.
sweet, sweet. Yeah, man.
Parked.
You gotta put a
That's a
Cummins
great-
diesel in that thing. You know that, right?
Do what?
You gotta put a Cummins diesel in that thing.
Well,
Stay
yeah. I'm
away
looking
from the
one-
Mercedes.
I'm looking for one with 8.3 in it. Coming.
Ah.
That's what I had in my other truck, so I kind of know the motor a little bit.
Are you gonna put the engine in the back?
Like Mark Garage did. Drag race school bus. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I want a pusher, flat nose. But I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm gonna build a mansion in there.
Speaking of which,
Nice.
Jesse James did an ambulance with a wheelie, right?
Yeah, yeah, did an ambulance too. Sure.
That's the one. That's my favorite thing.
I have every episode of that show on VHS tape over here because I recorded it every week on VHS tape.
Oh my
Do you
God.
have a VHS player?
I just got 2 more today, as a matter of fact. Yes, I do.
Why
That
two?
would be my problem. I got nothing to play it on.
That's what was it that with the house that I was cleaning stuff out of. There were 2 that were like, old people VHS players. So I'm like, I'll take those. They probably still work.
Yeah.
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 I got rid of all my VHS players and I bought a VHS DVD
Got 2 of those.
combo.
Yeah.
And it's great because you can slide the VHS tape in and you slide a DVD, a blank DVD, and you just hit record and it transfers everything to the DVD.
I don't even have a DVD player anymore.
Yeah, John, I have 2 of those, and the only problem I've had is I found I got to monitor it because sometimes the tracking will go off on the VHS side, and
Yeah.
you can't adjust it while it's recording. I found at least on the ones
No,
I
yeah, I did the same thing. I transferred all my stuff to DVD and I actually put it on play first
yeah,
and then used the remote to move the head up and down to get it clean
right,
and then rewound it and started over.
yeah.
So
yeah.
now I need to take all the DVDs that are stuff that I don't want to get rid of and transfer them to like a thumb drive or up to the cloud or
Yeah,
you have to buy one of those storage towers.
1 terabyte. This is a 1 terabyte hard drive. I think I paid less than $100 for it at Micro Center. Yeah, got them all
I got
over the
a
place.
2 terabyte in my computer and I got a 4 terabyte
Yeah,
standalone that's on our network.
right.
So I just don't have the time to
Yeah.
insert all these DVDs and send them into my own personal cloud deal.
I know it's another big
I don't have
project.
time to build 2 cars. I got time to go looking for
Yeah.
old DVDs and recording them.
Very true.
So
Yeah, so you said it comes out January 4th. That's gonna be exciting, man.
Nice.
January 4th. We need Terry. You're the IT guy. We need to figure out a way to do like an online watch party or something.
We can do it here.
There you go.
Come on.
Wait,
Yeah.
not even.
Yeah, I'm up.
I guess they're going to start rolling out like they'll start advertising it sometime soon, right? Sometime in the
yeah, real soon. I haven't seen any ads yet.
I haven't either.
Yeah, you would think pretty quick, but
Yeah.
There was one on Instagram just today I saw.
Yeah, Jesse put some couple things out too, I think.
Yeah, he put a couple out and he had a picture of the crew or something. I was
Oh,
on
I saw that
Facebook
on my
also.
Facebook feed. Oh,
Yeah,
Terry.
it was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Did you put it out, Terry?
I reposted it. One of the guys, I think it was Alex. Alex
Yeah.
posted it of the whole crew, and
Alex
I
who?
reposted because I tell you, man,
Oh, Alex, who was on there?
yeah, exactly.
That's my dude.
yeah, you know him. Yeah, he was on what's called West Coast, right?
yeah.
Yeah. and he posted it, and it was really cool because like he had everyone there, and you can't help but to think, for 1 week, these guys they're getting everyone back and forth to the set. They're everything. I mean, they're the unsung heroes of TV, and if it wasn't for them, the TV show wouldn't look good. The TV show wouldn't exist. I mean, you got the cameraman, you got the sound guy. There was even a doctor on hand. So all these people, and I wanted to do something special for them, but we just ran out of time. I was going to do something. I talked to Gail about it. We were going to do something, and I call it "Give the Drummer Some." So basically, I was going to walk around the whole set, introduce everyone, and say, "Give the drummer some," because James Brown. Like when you think about it, the drummer's like not the. I mean, you're nasty, but it's usually the lead guitar or either the lead singer who gets all of it.
Yeah.
And the drummer, if it wasn't for the drummer, these guys wouldn't look good. So James Brown said, "Give the drummer some." So we were going to do something like that. Just walking through the set, the doctor, mention his name, give the drummer some, walk off to someone else. We were going to do something like that, but we just didn't have enough time to do it.
You know the way to do it, Terry. If you really want to make it legit, you got to have the drummer and the bass player.
No, and see that's what we were going to do. We were going to introduce Body Drop, the Body Drop.
Yeah.
I was going to call him, like he's not the drummer, he's like the bass player,
right?
And then finally we were going to introduce Jesse.
Yeah, I don't want to think about the technical aspect of trying to get you at 6'4" and Body Drop in the same damn angle of a selfie.
Right.
That would not work. You'd have to point it straight down your body, just see the top of his head.
Nah, we had fun, man. We were with that punching bag. We had fun. Body Drop is really cool. Everyone there was everyone. It was like I said, for 1 week they were a family. They fed us. They pretty much told us everything. If we had a problem, Alex was there. Like we know how to work a piece of equipment. He'd help out. It was beautiful. It was really a nice environment.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Do it professional.
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't trade that week for anything.
No. I was
great,
happy.
man. I'm happy for you guys. Cool. I'm happy for you guys, man. That's really cool.
Thank you, man.
So Terry, you're going to experience some more haters, huh? You're going to lose a couple more friends.
Too bad.
Hey, they wasn't real friends.
That's what I was going to say.
It's like you say, like if you don't lose friends, you're not doing something right. I mean, like someone's going to find a reason. I mean, it's like I was telling Mark Green, I said to him, the moment, like even with me, I do a lot of YouTube premieres and I put a premiere like 4 hours before. Hey, listen, at 9:00, the show's going to be coming on, come check it out. The show didn't even air, nothing. There's already a negative. You just got some people who is just
always going to get that.
They get they just something maybe not going right in their life, and one guy asked me, how do you handle them and do you get them? I said, I definitely get them. You just delete them, because the moment you start responding to them, they win. That's what they want.
Oh yeah, you just got to ignore.
You got to ignore them. Hit the delete button. Ignore them. Don't really give them any time of day, and that's all right. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get some haters, and that's fine. And it was great when I went to see him and I met a hater. That was wonderful.
Oh wow, how'd that work out?
Oh, that was so wonderful.
Did he?
And they admitted it.
Oh no, there was a guy who used to say "stir." I didn't remember him, but one of his buddies were out there. He was like, "Hey Terry, how you doing?" Just rolling up on me, "Yo, I love your stuff and everything like that." But I want to introduce you to one of my friends. He's one of your biggest haters.
Oh man,
his friend, ratted him out.
Cool.
And his friend was just like egging him on. I was like, "Oh, so what's up, man? How you doing? What's the name?" "Hey Terry, how you doing?" And his friend was like, "Yo, man, where's that energy that you had when he did that video? Yo, here he is right here. You said if ever you get an opportunity to see him, you're gonna let him know." He's sitting right there. Now, like I said, I'm not a big guy. I'm tall, 6'3", 6'4". I'm not some massive type of rock, but you know, this guy, he was just like, you can see he was just like, well, no, you said something about this.
He changed up. See,
Yeah, no, he changed it up.
hey, everybody
He's
got
a
big.
fan.
Listen, everybody got big boy pants on the computer until
Oh,
they
yeah,
get
keep on serious, man. You know, and there's no way I was going to swing on this guy. There's no way I was going to do anything like that. But it's just, it was just very funny to see that, you know. And I'm just like, this guy's probably running his mouth. And I went back to see what he says. His friend was like, oh, his name is this, that, that. And I went back to see what he said. I was like, oh, okay. I had exchanges with him like a couple of years ago. I was like, all right, you know. But at that point, I stopped. I was just like, don't even pay attention to it.
That's probably the last time he'll say something negative to you.
I wouldn't bet on that. I had people I work with, and they're like, you know, people are going to talk shit about your welds or whatever. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
if they talk shit about it, they're watching.
They're watching. Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's all. That's a fan.
Long,
One way or
long,
another, you got
long
that eye.
time ago, early in my chassis building career, there's a guy on Long Island named Scott Shafferoff. He's an
You remember
awesome
the
engine
days.
builder. He's been around forever. We were having lunch one day, and he said, let me tell you something. He said, if they're not motherfucking you, you're not doing a good enough job. He said, when they stop motherfucking you, it's time to retire.
You're not relevant.
Yeah, you're about right.
True.
And you know, it's funny because when I was out there, I was out Texas. Shaq, me and Shaq were going to get up for lunch.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You just blasted. You
But
just
all of a sudden, it sounded like it was like super loud, like you were talking through a fuzz box.
That's the force. See? That's the force.
All right, so start your sentence over because we got to blast.
Well, when we were out there, Shag, we were supposed to get together for, you know, because he lives around the corner. He's like maybe like 10 minutes away. And we were going to go and get some barbecue. And that particular night, we had to stay late to finish up, you know, to do some more stuff. So it was kind of late. It was like, because we usually get out at 5 o'clock. We didn't get out till about like 8:30. And so I was on the phone with Shag, and I was just talking to him and everything like that. And really nice guy. I love Shag. And we were just talking, and the topic came up with people, you know, because I think I mentioned that I was going to respond to some hater or whatever, something like that, which, you know, I usually always try to give them one. Terry, you suck. Okay, well, explain why. You know, I like to hear the reason, whatever, such and such. And Shaq was like, why do you even put yourself out there like that? You're taking away time that you could give to someone who actually appreciates what you do. Someone who's like, okay, you suck. You know, okay, well, don't even. And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? You're right, man. You know?
True.
So he made a good point. He said that Joe Martin told him this, because he used to do the same thing. And Joe Martin told him the same thing. Don't even bother with those guys. You know, you got plenty enough people that love what you do and respect what you do that you can respond to, other than these guys that are just like, you know, you're worth, you suck, whatever, such and such.
Well, and it might be a 14-year-old boy. Okay, who knows?
Or it could be someone who you used to know.
Well, hey, remember how much of an asshole we were at 14? You know, you don't know how to act, right? You're just trying to get attention. That's it. So.
Yeah.
I was deep into my 30s before I figured it out. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
It's about 4 years ago for me. So. Yeah,
Like, wait a minute, I gotta change.
Yeah.
Need to lighten up a little bit. Yeah.
You know, we actually we don't look for it, but we love it if someone calls a radio show and I'll actually say, and it doesn't happen too often, but if they'll say something like a little derogatory or like, you know, you guys are whatever, just negative, because we turn it into a promo. We'll take it and clip the audio and we make a promo clip out of it. It's like, hey, now you're going to be famous because now we're going to use you to advertise us. You know,
Exactly.
No
Yeah,
press
for
and
eternity,
bad,
brother.
Yeah. All press is good, right?
yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's how it works. There's no bad publicity.
Yeah. True enough.
That's what Brian Pasone told me. He's like, yo, any type of media is good media, you know?
Yeah.
True.
You know.
Well,
So,
just remember that. Remember what I always tell you, man. When you get your own show, remember us peons.
I was just about to say that. Can I get an autograph?
Yeah, man.
Don't forget where you came from.
Oh, remember the old neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just holding out. He's been promising me a shirt for over a year, so
Wait a minute.
almost 2 years. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
See, I had to drive to New York to get mine. He wouldn't send it.
And that's the limited edition white one, gray one.
Yeah.
I had to drive and get it.
Wait, hold on a second. What are you talking
You
about?
see how he takes care of friends, right? We don't.
Oh.
Like I said, I'm in New York and I don't have one.
Well,
So
see, your dad's a family, so I can't take care of you like I take care of my
Kind of like the mechanic can't fix his own car.
Right.
God.
Don't worry. Each and every one of you are getting shirts. We're getting new ones made up just as we speak, and they're going to be really nice. Every last one of you.
you got a good
Wayne,
guy,
I'm going to hand deliver yours.
Harry? You got a good guy for the shirts? What kind of a deal? Because I'm always looking for a shirt guy.
Yeah, there's a company. I'm trying. I have like two guys. One that's right, and they're both right down the street. But let's see how they come out. I'm trying a new guy out, so let's see how I come out, and if you like the quality, I'll tell them.
Okay, good.
You know, definitely. If you got the logo, he'll stitch it up, and
Right.
it's not like a regular T-shirt. It's like almost like a Under Armour shirt type thing.
Oh, nice.
It's good. It's I saw it. I was like, this is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Can I take this as a sample?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
That's cool.
soft. But no, it's gonna be nice. The ones coming out, you know.
I like the one that looks like Route 66, the sign. That's a nice shirt.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that was just for the show. That was the show shirts.
Mhm.
But a lot of people like that, so I'm gonna do that because I figured the producers told us brand yourself. This is a good opportunity. Brand yourself. And so I went out there and I was thinking of everything with 66, and I always liked the Route 66 sign. I was like, get the logo and chop off Route and put on Coverman.
Yeah, it looks good.
People love that black shirt. And then I was like, why stop there? Phillips 66. Coverman, you know?
Mhm.
And I was like, why stop there? The old Phillips 66 sign.
Yeah, let's infringe on every trademark brand in the world and have lawsuits coming down on our ass.
Well, I tell you what happens. See, it's the same. It's the writing is just a touch different.
Yeah, there you go. There you
The
go.
writing is just a touch
Right.
different.
They can't sue right off the bat. They have to issue a cease and desist first.
There you go.
He's good.
I'm good.
That's
Yeah.
when they tell him he's good.
And if they come at me like that, that
Once
means
the shirts are out in the general
I'm
public.
filming, so that's fine.
Ain't nothing about
Right.
it.
Roughly 25 minutes after my post, I got a contact from cease and desist. So
What was that about, Brian? What was the post?
my Rat Fink mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And that's
Wow,
owned by
they're
Matco, though.
yeah.
How's that work out?
It didn't go over too well. What is on there? I mean, I said I thought I had the rights to it, and they said, well, yeah, but they're not too happy about it.
Yeah, but no. You got to get
I
a
said-
Mac truck. You got to get yourself like a Mac. You got to get a Mac route. You got to.
No way. No, that's
Ray, you telling them to jump ship?
no.
Not going doing crap for them. So it's
Yeah, well, they that was also Rat Fink. I mean, that's Ed Roth's mother.
right.
That's a whole different banana there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but it was only about I don't know 25 minutes or so until I got the cease and desist on that. And take
Wow.
pictures down.
Wow. Somebody
Wait,
was
wait.
watching you.
It's funny to say that because a while ago we made a graphic. I remember the keep on trucking guy with the big feet out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like this.
So we use that, and the guy who created it still monitors it very closely, and he goes after people. So we said, okay, you know what? We're gonna use this in our own circles, and the theory is, let's see if he finds us, because then we know we're getting out there if he finds us.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So
But
Hey,
in all honesty, Terry and I both have seen kind of the other side of that. We have a mutual friend that is an amazing artist, Ed Beard.
oh yeah.
I know y'all have seen some of the stuff he's done on cars and SEMA and all that.
Yeah, that's our boy. He's on here.
He gets torn up with people copying his stuff,
Yeah.
especially like the China and all that crap. And it's so hard for those guys to enforce that.
Yeah.
But you know, it may sound petty when you first hear it, but that's their livelihood. That's how
Oh yeah.
these other places make a killing stealing that stuff from them.
Right.
It's despicable.
You got to trademark everything.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. And they still advertise on Facebook and whatever.
Yeah.
And a lot coming out of China. So when he blasts them and goes after them, well, they stop and just grab a different one.
Right.
Go through they do it to everybody.
That's all you would do. That's all you do all day is just go after those people. It's
When I was younger, I had a clothes store, and I used to take all the clothes to the flea markets, and it'd be a Chinese guy across from me, full of bootleg stuff. Right? They would raid him. I mean, the cops would come in and raid him, take his truck, take everything. The next day, he'll be at another flea market with a whole new truck and a whole new trailer and everything.
Unbelievable.
I've seen, so at the last the last Fab Tech I was at, there was a Chinese company set up a booth on the same floor, but quite a bit of ways from Miller. And I'm just walking around and I look in the booth and I'm like, that's our damn helmets. I don't mean it looked like it. I mean, it was an exact, the lens was just a hair different, but the graphics, the shape of the helmet, exact. Playing them up there. And our guy had to come over and the guy actually, the little Chinese dude actually wanted to argue about it. He had to get the attorneys involved before they'd pull him off the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no joke,
Well,
man.
I'll tell you. You know what I notice every year I go to SEMA? You go to the new products display in that wing. They got all of the new stuff behind glass.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There's a ton of Asian guys that don't speak a lick of English with their cameras, and they're taking multiple pictures from multiple angles of products. And you know that info is going straight back to commie China. They do the same thing out on the floor.
I saw one trying to set up a scanner on somebody's glass display case.
Wow.
Literally, I said, that's not a camera. He's scanning your part. And of course, they went over and screamed at him. But yeah, he was bold enough to use a scanner on it.
Wow. That's when he deserves to get a whack with a stick right across his knuckles.
Just right in the back of the head.
Well,
I tell you, I really feel that
He needs a New York tune-up.
yeah, exactly.
Legalize beatdowns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Legalized.
Or just ban Chinese from the shows, just say China, you're out.
You take them around the back where they got all those curtains where there's like that empty stuff where there's nothing going on.
Oh, yeah.
You pull a pillowcase over his head, and then you start swinging a Louisville Slugger.
No, you don't need to get the cops involved or anything like that. Just take them on outside, drag them on out, legalize beatdown. And if it's justified, keep on going. Don't kill the guy.
Blanket party.
But just let it be like how it used to be back in the day. Like when I was in high school, if you needed a beatdown is what you got.
Right. You got justice.
But nowadays you'd be in jail.
Yeah, they got lawyers. They got lawyers now.
I've been to a nice big old bar fight. I mean, it was fun.
That's half the problem with these kids coming up. They don't let them be men or boys.
Yep.
Some of the best friends I had growing up because we got in knockdown dragouts.
Yep.
And then you got to make up and deal with that person. They didn't call the cops on you when you got
Most of my buddies have beat me down, or I beat them down.
Yeah.
Any given day.
Yep.
Like I don't know if you ever seen my buddy Kenny that I go to the what's called SEMA with every now and then. He beat me up in a football field, but it was more wrestling because we all football uniformed out and everything, But, it's
And
good time.
best of friends, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's true.
Hey,
But,
Dwayne.
we're living in a weird world. I was listening to the news yesterday. Some somebody from the House of Representatives is trying to push a bill in Texas to get rid of the Texas Castle Doctrine.
Yes, I just read that. Yes.
She says if somebody breaks into your house, you should let them because they need what you have more than you.
More than you, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're like, don't provoke them. If they got a gun, just let them take what they want and they'll leave.
Yeah.
They said it won't even.
And it's like every other comment on Facebook was like, yeah, try that in Florida. Because as soon as you come over the threshold, you're face down and you're leaving in a body bag.
You know good and well that won't pass in Texas.
Yeah, nope.
Don't go through Texas. We'll get up for a vote in Texas. They're laughing at it.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do.
People do though. They put something out like that to test the waters. They don't think it's going to go anywhere, but they plant the seed because there's other little miscreants out there that are going to say, "Oh, that's a fine idea," and that's how they start building it from the grassroots up. You know, I mean, I'm living in a place that, God help us, they sure as hell did it here.
Well, you got to realize, so many people have left California and those West Coast states, and they all wound up in Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is going to start turning purple.
I think I heard a lot went to Arizona and New Mexico too.
Yeah.
But you know, Terry mentioned earlier about reality check. I've always said my dream job, I want to be the reality czar for Washington, D.C.
Oh my God.
And my entire goal is when a House or the Senate meets, I sit up in the back, and when one of these people like AOC or whatever, and they come up with that stupid shit, when it first starts coming out of her mouth, I fall down and go, smack. Don't do that shit. And I can go back and sit down.
Or as she starts talking, just say,
just pow. No. And go back and sit.
I need to be with you. I need to be your backup for when you're sick because I'd love to smack you.
Wouldn't that be the best job in the world?
Oh my goodness.
I would have to what's it called? Get Lindsey Graham, because the minute he starts flip flopping, Lindsey Graham flip flops, man.
Do you know how much money we could make? Like, hey, the next time she opens her mouth, I'm gonna turn the back of the head. If you spend $100, you're in a heartbeat.
Yeah, sure would. Hey, Dwayne, I'm gonna buy a new welder.
Yes,
I'm not a welder, but I know I'm gonna have to weld on this bus. So I want to get a plasma cutter and a welder. So, how should I go take a class, or like what should I do?
Absolutely.
Oh, you should.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you've got somebody who's a good welder around you that can help you for a few years. But if there's a class around you offered, I'm biased, but in my opinion, every man should know how to weld.
Yeah, I can weld, but I can get it done where it won't fall apart. You know what I mean?
Louis, you know what you got to do? You got to
posting
does
pictures.
Does your school district still have like vocational school?
Yeah, but I'm not sure the welding classes there. I have to check.
Well, no, you got to like look into it, because what I did when I got heavy into the chassis business, or before I actually got heavy into the chassis business, I took night courses.
We have this course called BOCES, like BOCES.
BOCES is what I did. Yeah, I went to BOCES in Dix Hills.
Yeah, the BOCES class.
And I learned how to gas weld, how to MIG weld, and how to TIG weld. And then from the TIG welding, because that's what I really wanted to know how to do to build, the chrome moly race car stuff.
Right.
I went and took the FAA test where they do that destructive testing on your welds. They X-ray them and the whole deal. And I had an FAA certificate. So I knew that if I'm going to build a car for somebody, I know that I'm doing the right thing in terms of heat and penetration and how to weld, because sooner or later, somebody's going to crash in one of your cars. And then the lawyers get involved.
Yeah.
But your own, just to learn on your own, see if you can get into one of those in a vocational school that's given adult night courses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're not expensive, and they're awesome. And you learn from people that know what they're doing. And it was an awesome experience for me. I did it over a period of a year. I went from not knowing how to weld at all to being able to oxyacetylene weld, stick weld, which I really didn't need, MIG weld, and TIG weld. And those things really came in handy for my career that followed.
Yeah, BOCES here, last I checked, was like $600 for that course.
Yeah.
But I took it through iCar training through Body Shop.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's another way of looking, like a Body Shop sponsored course, because they do it all day too. So
yeah, it's out there. There's stuff out there. If you just Google and research it, you'll find something local.
I just went out and got a welder, and I was just like, they give you even a little chart, and you'd be like, okay, set it like this. I mean, that's just like a parameter, like where you could go, but you're gonna have to fine tune it.
Damn good though. Good start.
And just practice. Get a piece of sheet metal, just practice, and you can go online, you can see what a good weld looks like. But BOCES is also, because I did that first. I did the practice and all that, and I thought I was good, and I was like, okay, cool, this looked good. But to confirm it, I took a couple of courses, and then it's good to have someone like Dwayne and Chassis John in your fray that could actually teach you. Now my thing is I'm learning the TIG, but the TIG is like almost like a drum, man, because you got to do like 4 different things. Here you go. You got, now that's only if you have the gun on your hand, because you got your foot. Let's say you use your foot, right? Now you got your arm, which you got to try to finagle this rod to go down and not touch the tungsten.
You got to have to push with that thumb.
Yeah, exactly. Now here's the trick. All along, you got to keep it moving. So
it's all about learning what that puddle's doing, controlling it either with the thumb wheel or with your foot. I'm a foot guy. Being a drummer, I'm a foot guy. It's all about puddle size. It's dip and move. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that they have now that, like, see, on like my Synchrowave 250, I don't have pulse because pulse didn't exist when I bought that machine.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Now you could take a guy that's a mediocre welder and bring him up, a couple of notches once he gets a hand of pulse. Because when you figure out how to pulse weld, it's just boom. I mean, that heat is on, the heat is off. The heat is on, the heat is off. It's like a square wave for your heat, And boom, 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 boom. And you could lay out a row of nickels like you won't believe. But you got to know the basics, and you got to understand what the art is doing. How deep are you penetrating? How wide is your fillet? You got to know these things. And that's the kind of stuff you really can't get that from a YouTube video. There's a couple of guys out there that do really good videos, and they explain what's going on, and they'll actually weld something and then cut it to show you the penetration. But
you need a hands-on
instructor. Teacher is the way to go.
Yeah.
You got to, because like
you got to have a hands-on instructor.
And try again.
Louis, with your crew, with the crew of people, you can't be posting pictures of no dog turds. Okay.
I get talked about.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll talk about you. You can't dog turds, right? So, yeah.
All right. I'll go take a class.
I'm telling you, go take some classes. You'll
just being honest with you. I will. I do the same thing to that man down in the corner if he started posting dog turds too.
I was like, that's not me. What's it called? I'm like, this guy going around looking like me, saying that he's welding. Don't believe him.
Yeah, I'll take a class, fellas. I won't let you down.
We want to see that school bus.
I'm telling you, look around. You'll find classes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to drop off here in a minute.
Yeah, me too. Hey, last week, when I got off, did it cut off, or did you guys?
It lasted about a minute.
Oh, really?
I think it was maybe the time limit of the show. So I don't know if it was you leaving. I think it might have just. I thought it was just the show cut us off because of the time limit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because you had left, and it went about another minute and a half, and all of a sudden everybody was just gone.
Oh, okay.
So
It was a hard stop.
Thank
yeah,
you,
it was definitely a hard
And
stop.
Terry.
Wasn't like the old days. where we could
Always great to
sit around
see you,
and talk
brother.
for another hour or two.
Hey,
Well,
Dwayne, thanks for
good
coming
seeing
on, man. Anytime you want to let us know anything, you got any announcements or anything, let us know.
We'll do it. Hey, we'll have to set up something with David Ankin and get him talking about
Yeah, he'd be great to have
get
on.
one on that.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it.
His knowledge of cars is incredible. So if we
Yeah.
schedule, we'll try that.
Yeah, sounds good. Please.
All right, brother. Talk
All
to
right,
you.
man. Thanks. Appreciate
Nice
it.
talking to you. Nice meeting you.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, that would be cool if you get David Ankin on, and we can reach out to the guys from Star Creations
Mhm.
here in my town, the guys that build his fiberglass bodies.
Ooh.
Okay.
If we can get him and the two brothers from Star on at the same time, that would be an awesome, awesome show.
Okay.
Because those guys, besides doing custom fiberglass work, they build all of the bodies for the monster trucks.
Mm.
Bigfoot, Samson, Gravedigger. I could go to their shop. It's less than 10 minutes away from me. It's a huge, huge shop. And you go in there and there's all these fiberglass molds, and you'll see Gravedigger bodies stacked up to the ceiling. Samson, with the fists.
Yeah.
The one with it's like a cobra snake or something.
Mm-hmm.
They do
I know
they
what you're
make
talking about,
those
yeah.
bodies.
You remember back in the day when Bigfoot was actually a truck?
It was
Yeah,
big.
I know.
Listen, when it was out at SEMA, I showed my wife. I was like, think about this. That was a big truck back in the day. Now you can buy a truck that drives around the street just as big.
Oh yeah. I got a picture hanging around somewhere. I was at Carlisle years and years ago. This was in the 80s, and they had the Bigfoot there with the 10-foot tall Tundra tires,
Yeah.
I was there.
and I was standing in the wheel like this.
Yep.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That truck was crazy tall.
That was the start of it all right there.
That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Bigfoot was in Roadhouse.
Yep.
That's what started it all.
Yeah,
All right, gentlemen, I
you ever
gotta
seen
get
the,
off-
you
I
ever
gotta
seen
get
the
off
video of the first Bigfoot? Bigfoot 1? I think it was red.
Was it? I thought it was always blue.
I think the very first Bigfoot, I remember it being like a maroonish red.
I'm gonna look at that up. Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, guys,
gentlemen.
I got to get off too. Terry,
right.
appreciate you.
No, I
Thanks.
appreciate you guys. And like I said, I was busting, man. I was like, I gotta tell these guys, but I can't.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Did the right thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can't wait to see your episode, bro.
Just
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
us,
It's gonna be
remember us
sick.
when you're looking down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, send us the autograph.
Great.
All right, folks. I'll see you next week.
All right,
I
fellas.
thought I was gonna have a couple Shag and the fellas on, but they didn't get back to me, so we'll get them.
All right.
All right, see you guys next week. Appreciate
Okay,
you.
Louis. Good night.